to ask what type of precaution should we take when we are dealing with our related parties to avoid this transfer pricing tax gap. International transactions and domestic transactions also.
Which business are you?
We are into software IT.
Okay. And
We are 100% exporters right now.
Okay.
But to some extent we are also doing some medium business like training as well as renting of our.
And in the past few years, you've been having some transfer pricing audit.
Yeah.
Okay.
Since 2006 we are under this transfer pricing law.
Okay. And have there been transfer pricing assessments also? And
Yeah, we are in under process.
they've not been finalized. Are you? Are they still before the assessing officer, or have you challenged it?
We have challenged the TPO assessment.
Okay.
TPO Chandigarh has assessed our transfer pricing. So he has made some addition.
Okay.
Then we have challenged that TPO assessment to our DRP Delhi.
Okay.
So I would like to know, for my knowledge, what type of precautions should we take when we are dealing with related parties.
Normally, what the department is looking at is some level of consistency.
Yeah.
The method which you deploy, that should be consistent. It's not that you keep on changing it every year.
Okay.
What was the method? you
Of
were
course,
deploying
our
in terms
business is consistent except this foreign exchange rate fluctuations which are happening day by day.
But in terms of the clients you are servicing abroad, I mean to say, you are a single office firm, or do you have branches?
We have two associate enterprises overseas, so we are doing billing to them. And in India also for some domestic transaction like training and renting, so we have dealing with our related parties.
In terms of the reason I'm asking these questions is I want to understand why they've come after you. Obviously, the department has been very aggressive in terms of transfer pricing, and normally they think they can, most of their tax collection can come from that. So they've been very aggressive, and there are a lot of judgments which are actually going against the department also. So if I could, either you can mail me what exactly was the reason they came after you, or whether in the TPO order.
Actually, when we did this assessment, when we deal this assessment with TPO, they would say that we have a fundamental thumb rule that 25% से नीचे तो we can't accept your transfer pricing report. So they say like this.
Isn't 25% very high?
Yeah.
What is the general
when
range
when they compare the other companies with our data, they say that we have a thumb law 25 या 20% से नीचे तो we can't accept your profits.
Actually, ये तो डिपार्टमेंट का
Yeah.
अपना थंब रूल है, ऐसा कोई
Yes.
लेजिस्लेशन में तो नहीं है कि
Yeah.
it's obviously.
So my basic question is that for a startup, is there anything we need to think about transfer pricing? If not, then second question is that
What is transfer pricing?
what is transfer pricing?
See, transfer pricing is if you have any transactions, intra-party between, let us suppose, a subsidiary and a parent. What the tax department wants that should be at arm's length. Just to give you an example that you are a subsidiary, I am the parent, and we are either you are selling it to me or I am selling it to you. I am not undervaluing it कि मैंने आपसे अगर मार्केट में आप किसी को 10 रुपए का बेच रहे हो, बट मुझे आप 8 रुपए का बेच रहे हो, या मुझे आप 12 रुपए का बेच रहे हो, because if you sell it to me at 12, then obviously it's my expense and I can claim the deduction in a sense, तो आपका turnover ज़्यादा बढ़ रहा है if you sell it. Or it could be that you are selling it at a lower price, that market you are selling at 10, but to me you are selling at 8. And normally it gets more complicated is that subsidiary is in another country, parent is in another country. So you try and do the transaction in a sense that you will have lower revenues in high tax country. जैसे अगर आप UK में तो वहाँ 40% है, तो अगर आप lower your revenue, then obviously lower the revenue और उस पर 40% लगा रहे हो, और and you try and increase the revenues in the country where there is low tax. जैसे मैं सिंगापुर में पेरेंट तो वहाँ 10% है, तो यहाँ अगर रेवेन्यू बढ़ा भी लें तो लेकिन 16% है, फिर भी कम लगेगा. So this is a structuring which is done between normally related parties, and what the department is doing is that they look at it from a unrelated party, that if you sell that product in the open market, what you would charge for it. Now this could be applying to a lot of other issues like loan hota hai. Let us suppose you are a new company. You go to the bank, you want to avail a credit, normally they might refuse because you don't have any history of being a running business, or you don't have any financial history as such. Then you might, the subsidiary might approach the parent that you loan me the money. But now if the loan documentation is according to that it should be again what the subsidiary would have paid in the outside market. जैसे आप एक्सिस बैंक से लोन लेते तो उस पर 8% देते हैं, ये नहीं कि आपने यहाँ से 12% या 6% पे ले लिया अपने पेरेंट से. Sometimes parent would give loan to the subsidiary. So I mean to say, this is very layman, but this is what transfer pricing is actually. I'm sorry if you want to add on this, please.
No, absolutely. How many will be interested in this? Recently there has been change by RBI that they have now allowed the transfer of NRO funds to NRE accounts. Whether anybody have gone through that topic?
I think I don't know how many are aware what is NRO and NRE.
NRE account.
So if you need some, do you want to?
No, you please continue.
You know that there are actually three kind of accounts which you can open. Let us suppose normally there are two regulations which come into place. One is the RBI rules, one is the FEMA rules basically, and they define a resident and a non-resident. Let us suppose you are outside India for more than 182 days, you become a non-resident. Then if you have a normal savings account here, that itself actually gets converted into a NRO, non-resident overseas. A lot of people don't tell the bank, but it should be converted into NRO basically. And another is, once you are a non-resident, you can open another NRE account, which can only be opened through foreign currency. You put foreign currency into the bank and you can open an NRE account. Yeah. Both are into rupee basically. They get converted into rupee, and the interest you get on the NRO account, that is taxable. The NRE interest is not taxable. These are the main two distinctions. And then there is another FCNR account, foreign currency non-resident, that is maintained in foreign currency, not in rupee. And NRO is basically, let us suppose you become a non-resident, you have a property here, you getting rental income, you have Indian income, so that can be straight away put into the NRO account. But NRE account, you can only put foreign currency. And both are repatriable basically.
Absolutely, and I faced that thing what Mukesh mentioned. NRO से मैं NRE में नहीं कर पाया था. When I had this account while working abroad. So that was a challenge. And now they said that you can.
Now the RBI has permitted it.
But I can't go back.
But now they have said that taxes should have been paid.
Okay. Accountability.
So it's both way now basically. Because NRE से तो NRO में
अब NRO से भी NRE में जा सकता है. Only condition is कि NRO के अंदर जो funds हैं उसके ऊपर Indian government को कोई taxes due हैं, whether they have been paid or not.
This is interesting.
Supposingly a person is a non-resident, he sells a property, puts the money into NRO account, and no TDS is because of some inadvertent knowledge of the buyer. The buyer doesn't deduct any TDS on that. He pays the entire amount to the non-resident. He deposits the money into his NRO account. He gets it converted into NRE account, and then takes the money out of India. Indian government will not get any taxes.
That is wrong.
So, from that point of view, I wanted to discuss this issue. If anybody will be interested in this topic.
Very valuable. But thank you so much, Deepinder. I think it was more than an informative session. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you. And thank you to you guys. I'll maybe the